All right, so this is AutoCAD Web, and this black or dark area is where you typically draw your stuff, and these are menus and icons. And to draw a line, there are buttons here for drawing, and line is this icon over here. So click that, and when you're drawing a line, you click one point to start a line, drag your mouse, and click again to continue the line. A line command will always continue drawing lines until you tell it to stop. So let's draw a star. So click another one, and then click another one, and click another one. And we want to go back to the very beginning. So make sure you simply point until it should automatically grab that endpoint, and you click again. And then it will not stop and still be able to continue to draw lines. And if you want to stop, you simply press enter. Okay? So that's how to draw lines. You can draw a one line. Okay, you can draw one line, click this one, and then draw one line, click one point, and then to stop, press enter. So that's just drawing one line. Okay, you can undo using this button over here. Okay, and then let's discuss also how to make copies of this object. So to make copies of this object, we are going to simply go and switch to modify, and then find the icon for copy, and this is the icon for copy. Okay. So when you're copying, the first thing you're going to do is select the object that you want to copy. So you can select the lines one at a time to make copies. Or what you can do is you can actually select all of the lines at the same time by making a box. So to make a box, you simply click one corner on the left side, drag your mouse, then click again, and whatever is inside this box is the one that's going to be selected. So click again, and then I want to stop my selection, so I'm still in the selection mode. It says here in the very bottom, select object. So I don't want to select anything anymore, so I will press enter. Okay, so enter is like stop. So when I press enter, it will now ask me for the base point. Okay, base point is where do I want to hold the object. So let's say I want to hold the object in the center. I click here, and then I simply drag my mouse, and it will make a copy of that whole object as is. So now I click here, I drag to the left now, and I click again. Okay, and then when I want to stop copying, I simply press enter to stop. There you go. So again, pressing enter is like the stop button. Okay. Now I want to discuss how do we do the controls in AutoCAD. And in AutoCAD, you can press your two fingers on your trackpad, and then you can zoom in and out, two fingers. However, if you hold your two fingers and then swipe to the right and left, then you are not zooming, you are now panning. But if your two fingers goes up immediately, you're zooming in and out. So pan, P-A-N, is when you press two fingers and then simply drag to the left or right. Then you can like sort of move your screen left and right. You can also move it up and down, but the first motion should be two fingers left or right. Then you can pan. Because if your first motion is two fingers up or down, you're zooming in. Okay? Let's continue the discussion. Let's say I want to erase this whole thing. I can go to modify, and I can click on this eraser tool, and that's the erase tool. If I click on that one, I can erase objects one at a time. So I click this one, and you can see it turned like light gray. That means it's selected. And I can now erase that by pressing enter, and then that will be erased. So if I wanted to erase multiple objects, I simply click erase tool, and then select all the objects all at once. And then press enter, and everything will be erased. I can also erase as a group. I can click erase, and then I can make a box from left side, click once, drag it, and then whatever's inside that box will be selected. So click, and then everything inside the box is highlighted, and if I want to continue my erase, I simply press enter. There you go. Another command that I want you to learn is the trim command. So trim is this button over here. So trim, when I click that, I can actually point inside, and it will cut only a portion, okay, between two other objects. So I can point and click, point and click, point and click. And when I'm done, I can simply press enter, okay, to stop my my trim. So we just learned different commands. First, we learned to draw lines, okay, line, pick, 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 and then go back here, press enter. We learned to create copies, and we can select by making a box from the left to the right. We learned that pressing enter is like stopping a sequence. So I'm stopping the select, and then I'm going to hold it here and make copies. Press enter. We also learned about the erase command or the erase tool by clicking erase icon, and then we can erase one object at a time and then press enter. Or we can erase, click the icon again, and make a box by clicking on the left to the right, and whatever is inside this box will be selected, and then pressing enter will erase that. And then we learned also trim, and then trim will just cut something in between two other objects, just like we did here. Okay, whoop. There you go. So click this, click that, and click this, and then to stop trim, what do we press? Press enter. So we learned those 4 different commands. We learned about zooming in 2 fingers up and down, but if you use 2 fingers and move to the left or right, it's not zooming anymore. It's called pan. Okay, so 2 fingers up and down will zoom, 2 fingers left and right will pan. All right, so that is our short video on how to use line, line, copy, erase, and trim.